What is up, guys? Pie Muffin here, and we are back with some more Trails Through Daybreak. Last time we got started on our first video since finishing the demo portion, since the game is officially out. So we started Chapter 2, we got to meet some new characters in the little prelude thing. We saw Sao Lee, who... I was gonna say we haven't seen in a while, but he was in Reverie. So it hasn't really been... How many games in a row has Sao Lee been in? Was he in Cold Steel 4 as well? I believe he was. So Cold Steel 4, Reverie, and now Daybreak. So he's been in 3 games in a row. So there's this kid Aaron that we're going to be learning more about, as well as Sao and his lady friend. So... But for now, we're gonna keep working on our objectives here in the city. Ferry is gonna get the lay of the land on some of the jobs we have to do. So let's start just heading around and see what we can find. Just had a sip of water real quick.
リバーサイドの雰囲気は観光客にも人気なんですよ。
川沿いには倉庫が並んでる。これも覚えとけ。
なるほど。工房ともに要衝と言えますね。
Alright, Oh, right, there's a board over here. Is this our... Yep, it's Gray the Bracer. Bracer Lahad and Bracer Gray. Alright, it's about time you started on your way to becoming a senior Bracer. So, this guy's going through what Estelle and Joshua went through in the first Trails in the Sky game. Although it seems very different, like, it doesn't seem like they have to... I mean, maybe they still do. They have to get recommendations from the different guild houses. Who knows? Yes, sir, I'm ready. But before I send you off from branch to branch... Okay, yeah, so there you go. Before I send you off from branch to branch, I want to ask you, Gray, what are you striving for? Striving for? I guess I want to be someone capable of helping those in need. Not a bad answer, but it's a little bland, don't you think? Listen, Gray. Keep a hold of your ideals. Don't lose sight of them. Draw strength from them, and the path will always be clear. I like Bracer Lahad. He's got a good head on his shoulders. I mean, obviously, Bracer Lahad is likely... He's going to be similar to some of the, like, C-rank Bracers we see. You know, like Karna or... Who else would be a good example? Like some of the ones in Crossbell we know, like Scott. But I'm sure he can still hold his own in a fight. Yes, sir. Draw strength from my ideals. So Gray here is essentially going through the same path Estelle and Joshua went through, where from going from branch to branch, he's going to realize what it truly means for himself to become a Bracer. So, cool. Cool to see it from the outside looking in. I'm looking for my little sister who I was separated from due to family circumstances. Okay. I ain't picking up the usual scent, so I think the bulletin board hunt's over. That means we have 2 tasks to take care of today. We should get at least one of them settled today. Okay, let's get back to it then. Alright, so... So, what they're saying is if you went to the other board... What I'm gonna assume is this job is probably at whatever board you go to first. So I don't think it would have mattered. Although I guess we could still go there to check, just in case. Yeah, there's a no mark here.
動力製品やファッションのトレンドを抑えるならここですね。
ちなみにそこのギルド支部に野暮用があってな。一回りしたら寄っていくぞ。
Huh, okay. Looks like there's any good info here. Alright, so let's go to Tyrell District now. Just so we get Ferry's dialogue. 4th District, Tyrell. We haven't actually even been here yet, have we? Wow, it's so busy here. It's amazing, everything's under control with so many people. It feels so different from Station Street. That's Tyrell for you. As you might have guessed, this is where the Tyrell Times was founded. There's a handful of other publishers HQ'd here, too. As a result, tons of young people like to hang out here. It's where you'll find a lot of trends and subcultures taken off. This area has a fairly distinct vibe you won't find anywhere else in the city as a result, yes. I've come here a handful of times with my friends from school. One of them even works at the bookstore here. Plenty more to find here than just books, too. I find myself here all the time. Why don't we wander around a little while? Nothing beats seeing a place firsthand when you want to get to know it. Alright, let's go.
ここが初めてなら掲示板の位置は覚えとけよ。
確か映画館の横の脇道でしたね。うら
It's a monument depicting a group of 4 animals. So what do we got? We got a lamb, a dog, like a sheep, a dog, a cat, and a bird. Owl? Looks like an owl at the top. So, she said her friend works at the bookstore. I guess we could pop in. I know what he looks like, and I don't see him here, so I'm gonna assume he is not working today.
あら、いらっしゃい。
A gift for Fairy, we'll take that. And a new chef
ま
book.
たいつでもどうぞ。
That is the one big thing that's different playing it myself this time, with it being officially translated. So when I played before, I obviously played with the Zero Field translation, and even though I'm very grateful to them making it at the time, the only downside to playing with that translation is you don't have as much freedom to, which is obviously my own fault for not wanting to wait, but you don't have as much freedom. You're pretty much following where their guide tells you to go. So now it's kind of like I can choose where I want to go and see what I want to see. Obviously, they dropped the hammer down on that, so that's why we don't have those kind of translations anymore. So that's why I'll be playing Kai no Kiseki in full Japanese myself. Say, what is that big building for? Oh, this is a movie theater. It's where you go to watch movies. It's been a major attraction in this area for a while. How do you explain movies? Sorry, I guess this stuff ain't real common outside Calvert, huh? Have you ever seen an Orville film, Fairy? No, but I think I've heard the term once or twice. I don't really get the concept, though. How should we explain it? Ever seen recorded combat footage before? Of course, it's really useful for learning new tactics and reviewing squad movements. Well, imagine a bunch of pieces of footage put together that's all performed by actors. That's a movie. Then a movie theater is where you go to watch movies on really big screens. Oh, the city is amazing! I didn't realize there was a place here to see tests of strength and duels to the death. No. I mean, there are movies like that, yeah. We'll have to explain it more in depth later. I really want to see one now. Too bad, though. We still have work to do. Hey, when we finish up today... Yeah, I get you. Hang on, why do I have to come too? If we're going to be a team, we've got to spend time together and get to know one another better. Plus, they happen to be selling some seasonal churros at the concessions area in the theater. She's already got him pegged. What do you want, Renee? Yes, I suppose so. It's nice to meet you. Very. Look, I don't really want to play the blame game here, but there's no denying that Aizucho changed course because the CID got in their way. You know that decision ended up costing them their lives, don't you? I do, and in the moment, it was the correct decision to train our personnel, so I won't make any excuses. Still, the Aizucho weren't strangers. I had unofficial connections with them as well. On a personal level, I deeply lament what happened to the Flame Eater. While words alone cannot make amends for what happened, there is one thing I can disclose. It would seem the group that defeated the Eisenschild were not mafiosos after all. Huh? Now that you mention it, that sadist bastard mentioned something about an old haunt. I think it's safe to say the group you're referring to and its executive members were involved. While Amata's members all know how to fight, few are combat specialists. Ordinarily, they wouldn't have stood a chance against a capable company of Jaegers like the Eisenschild. This is simply a matter of fact. You're right. Yeah, that's been bothering me too. How did they do it then? Whomever was deployed to fight the Eisenschild must have been exceptional fighters. And again, I know this information hardly serves as recompense, but for now, this is all I can share. I appreciate you telling us. Anyway, something tells me you didn't call just to apologize. Quite right, I'd like to discuss the work you've been doing for the guild. Oh. Been keeping your ears to the ground, eh? Why am I not surprised? As you know, we at CID do not see the guild as our enemy. Granted, our two organizations handle things differently, namely in national security and confidentiality. Thus, there are those within our ranks that wish to use your recent partnership as a means to besmirch the guild's reputation. Uh-oh. Heh, real rich coming from the department that hires Jaegers for side gigs. That's politics for you. No matter how many get burned, there will always be those who wish to play with fire. However, the CID as a whole will not stand to benefit with a plan like that. Therefore, I have a proposal. Okay. Monster drop. A monster extermination request? Alright, I forgot you. There is auto text in this. I'm not going to use it because I don't like it. Moving ahead of what I'm reading. Idos, take me now. It's as you surmised. We'll be sending you tasks just as the guild does. Feel free to handle them however you see fit, and we'll match the rate the guild is giving you. At least sweeten the pot a little, you cheapskate. I'm paying you just enough to keep certain voices in the department quiet. And with that, I bid you adieu. I'm looking forward to a fruitful business relationship with you all. Now we're really just turning into bracers. That four-eyed sadist. It did sound like he's covering for us, at least. Yeah, so the government won't want to shut us down. I got that impression, too. And that's how he gets you. Waterway under the Satan District, huh? That's the second district, by the way, Fairy. I'm guessing you don't go there often due to the higher-than-usual governmental presence. You know me too well. I'm in no hurry to head over there. It ain't much, but we can stick it to that jerk for foisting work onto us willy-nilly. Gotta go eventually, though, so we'll head over to the Satan District once we finish everything else. Gee, you city people really have complicated lives. At least it means I get to fight a bunch of strong monsters. Leave the front lines to me. I can take on any foe, big or small. Someone's raring to go. Save some of that fire for the monsters, kid. Okay, yeah. So you have to complete at least one of the 4 SPGs and then go to the Satan District. You're looking at purchase. Wait, so you buy your tickets first and then you watch the movie? I never would have guessed. They do that so you can reserve a seat and also know which auditorium your movie will be playing in. Pretty much like hopping on a train. Was this your first time coming to a movie theater, miss? Interesting. I thought films were becoming more common in the Central East. Well, I grew up in a pretty remote place, so I haven't seen any movies before. I heard they're like combat recordings. Oh, that's a unique comparison. I suppose that's true in a way. You can think of films as theatrical plays in recorded form. Regardless, we have films that... This lady's like, what the heck? We have films that are popular with girls your age, as well as ones that are perfect for first-time moviegoers. If you're not sure what you'd like to watch, please don't hesitate to ask me. I'll be more than happy to give you a recommendation. Awesome, thanks a bunch, ma'am. Golden Blood has proven to be an especially big hit with audiences. It has more than its fair share of racy scenes, but the hard-hitting action and lightning-fast pacing of the story have once scores of people over. Many people have also found themselves drawn to the sober curious due to the complex inner workings of its main character. Alright, cool. Yeah, obviously we can't see a movie yet, but we will be able to do that later in the game. Or maybe even, like, the end of today. Oh, second floor. Oh, this is probably one of our clients. Okay, well, we're already here, so may as well, right? Oh, okay, so I saw people posting about this before. So this is the guy. Let's talk to him first, and then I'll explain. Well, you're stuck with me all day, ladies. I know I've been able to come home more lately, but I still want to make every minute of this holiday count, so I'm spending it with you two. Aw, it's so sweet, Kaleo. You really don't have to fret so much about us, really. All that constant traveling to and from must be really getting to you. Look at Amia. She's 6 now. She's doing okay. No, no, no. This is about me fretting over you two. I wouldn't have it any other way. The nice thing about getting assigned to the Crossbelt Consulate is that it's much easier for me to travel in and out, much less paperwork. Plus, you're right, Emmy is 6. How could I not come and see my daughter's beautiful little face now that she's growing up fast? Daddy, I want to see a movie. Haha, okay, sweetheart. Once we're done eating, we'll all go see a movie together. So, this guy, Secretary Kaleo, is the guy in Cold Steel 3. We did a side quest for him, where we delivered a drawn picture from his daughter to him. He wasn't able to leave the consulate because of everything that was happening in Cold Steel 3 and 4, but now it's obviously you can see he was able to come home. He worked at the Calvard Embassy in Heimdallar, but as you just heard from him right here, now he's working in Crossbell. So probably a much better situation. I mean, obviously, like, hopefully we get to go back to Ereboni at some point to see how things have changed. But I don't know why we just left. The guys up here we have to talk to. But it is nice that he was able to come home and stuff has changed a little bit. Alright, so actually I want to... It's not crazy, but it's helpful. Alright, let's talk to our buddy here. Hello, you're Jess, aren't you? Sorry, but mind if you refresh my memory? We're with Arkwright Solutions. You put out a request, ask for our help, yeah? That's what we're here to talk about. Care to fill us in on what's going on? Wow, you really came after all. I mean, not that I doubted you guys or anything, but still. Anyway, you guys should probably sit down. It's going to take me a while to explain everything. So to give you a brief introduction, as you know, my name's Jess. I'm a singer and songwriter, if I can even really call myself that. I just started doing all of that pretty recently, so it's not like I'm famous or anything close to that. Wow, you can sing and write songs? That's so cool. I didn't know there were people who could do both. I don't think it's that big of a deal, but thanks. Actually, maybe it's just me, but I feel like I've seen you guys around my neighborhood before. I think I recognize you too, as a matter of fact. Our office is located in Old Town, if that means anything to you. Oh, no kidding? That's where the 3 of us live. That's neat. Who else do you live with? I live with some friends I've known since we were kids. We all came up to Edith from the countryside and decided to room together. One of them is a guy named Raymond. He works at the flower shop. The other is Raymond's older sister, Carol. She works at the boutique. Gotcha. Good to know. Just to be clear, I promise not to go around talking to people about you guys or anything. This isn't exactly the sort of request I want Raymond and Carol to know about anyway, so it's really for the best. You wrote that you wanted us to remove your information from somebody's notebook. Can you go into that a little more? Sure, before I do, I need to ask, have you guys ever heard of a guy named Giacomo before? Oh yeah, we have. Did you say Giacomo? You could say we know him, for better or worse. Oh great, that saves me the trouble of having to explain who he is. Basically, the notebook I wrote about is the one he keeps full of material to blackmail people. Yikes, I knew that notebook wasn't good news based on the title of your request, but that sounds super bad. Can't say I'm surprised he'd have such a thing, but it doesn't put him in any better of a light, that's for sure. How'd you find out you were in his little black book? Well, once I started making a name for myself doing music stuff, he ambushed me outside the concert hall one day. What he said really freaked me out. He told me that he knew my secret, and if I didn't want it getting out to the wrong guy, I'd have to help him with his work. I haven't seen Giacomo at all since then, but I want that information scrubbed out of his notebook before he has a chance to do anything with it. Well, I mean, he won't be using it because he's dead, but that's despicable. It's one thing to play dirty on the battlefield, but threatening a private citizen is just low. Wait, hold on a second. Van, weren't you talking about Giacomo just the other day? Yeah, and for a reason our client here might like to know, Giacomo's dead. I can't go into the specific circumstance of what happened with someone like you, but I figure it's worth clearing up that much. Are you serious? I had no idea. Now I'm worried. If he's dead, what could have happened to the notebook? Ordinarily, Agnes's hair just clipped through her outfit. Or her outfit clipped through her hair. Ordinarily, something like this would be in the custody of the police. But this is Giacomo we're talking about. He wouldn't let one of the tools of his trade fall into the hands of the police so easily. My bet is he kept it hidden. Odds are about 50-50 as to whether the cops managed to uncover it or not. It's probably in our best interest to find out where he stashed it or what's become of it. Sure, that makes sense to me. Even if the police might have it in their possession, I'd appreciate you guys going out and checking just to make sure. What do you say, Van? Are we going to help him? Yeah. Don't worry, we'll take the case. Our first stop should probably be Giacomo's 2 hideouts that we visited before. We should sift through them and see what we find. I'm sure the guy had other spots while he was alive, but with any luck, something will turn up and we won't have to go through any more trouble. That makes sense. We already know where the 2 hideouts are, so we may as well investigate them. Sounds good to me. I can't wait to see you guys do your thing. I'm sure I'm going to learn a lot about being a Spriggan. Once we come to some sort of conclusion, we'll be sure to contact you with whatever news we have. Until then, sit tight. We've got you covered. Perfect. Thank you guys so much for doing this. You don't know how much I appreciate it. I know it's probably not something he needs to dig into, but one question I would have asked if I was Van is... Okay, so if it is in the police's possession, is that something that he's okay with them having? Because if it's nothing bad, if it's just like, oh, I know you, I don't even know, like, off the top of my head what it would be like. I know you jaywalk or something like that. Or, I don't know. I know you sing while you shower or something ridiculous. Then it's obviously not something he would get in legal trouble for, so... That would be something to ask. It's like, okay, if we don't find it there, is it okay to just kind of end it there? Where are you? Hello, Shakar. I feel I have a sharper eye for beauty after a good cup of coffee at the cafe. I'm trying to find some new fashion talent. Maybe even someone for the Edith Girls collection. A diamond in the rough who just needs polishing. But everyone I've approached seems to be missing that special something. If I could just find someone with a unique edge, I'd be in business, alas. Alright, man. Whatever works. The Macmillan Cafe. I believe there's always a cat in here. Macmillan sounds familiar. Giselle. I could have sworn there was always a cat in this place. Well, either way. Alright, so we gotta go to Giacomo's hideout, so let's go ahead and do that first. So let's go to Riverside. Midpoint.
アルベール、どうしたの？アニエスじゃん。確か今日は。うわ、あれがバイト先の人かな。結構イケメンじゃない。前に話してた女の子もいるし。へえ、なんか楽しそうだね。
Fun's one word for it.
バイトってオーデット知っていたのか？
そりゃまあ親友だし。なになに？気になるのかにゃ？
友人として当然だ。それよりどういったバイトなんだ？
調査系とか言ってたな。アニエス自身も大切な品物の捜索を頼んでるらしくて、それ以上は知らない。
Not a bad description.
それって大丈夫なのか？聞くからにうさんくさいんだが。
Might be a little bit.
あの子のことはそう心配しなくてもいいわ。あ、先輩！
なんでそう言い切れるんですか？バイト先のことを知っているとか？
ええ、一応ね。
As if we don't know who this is.
日頃率先して手伝ってもらっているから、休日くらいは好きになさいって言ったの。さ、時間もないことだし、残りの資料も揃えて学校に戻るわよ。今日はいい茶葉が入ったし、作業前にお茶会も開きましょう。はーい、スコーンも買わなきゃですね。
ちょっとバイトについてもう少し。
Poor guy. I will say he's one of the more likable NPCs. Because he does just genuinely care about his friends. I mean, we'll obviously learn more about him later, but for now, that's all I'll really say for now. I heard something from the room ahead of us. There's people inside. Several people. Maybe it's Almata? I hope not. Nah, I doubt it. Probably just exactly who we want to see here. Let's head in. Hello there, officers. How you liking this spot? You come by here often? Found what you're looking for? I should be asking you that question. What's a punk like you doing in here? And you brought a child along this time. There is a police investigation underway here. Civilians are not allowed on the premises. Aw, come on, don't be like that. I just stopped by on a job. Guess you guys are looking for something too, huh? If you already know, then why are you asking? It's not like I'll tell you anything else either. Why don't you just go ahead and tell me what kind of job you're taking that brought you back here of all places? This doesn't have to be a questioning, though. I don't mind... This doesn't have to be a questioning, though I don't mind taking you to the station for an interview. Voluntarily, of course. Hey, whoa, hold up. I ain't trying to pick a fight. We got our own business around here. What do you say I scratch your back and help you look for whatever it is you're trying to find? Who knows, maybe an outsider's perspective will help things along better than you could, Inspector. And of course, we'll tell you about anything we find. No secrets here. I know we're asking for a lot, but please consider making an exception this time. Of course, we won't get in your way, Inspector. I could even go out and clean up the waterway monsters, so things are a little safer here. As in, you're going to fight them? Damn it, kid. Maybe let me handle this one. Ahem. Anyway, please, you can trust me a little on this one. If supervision would make you feel better, you can always have someone watch us. You're shameless thinking you can come in and just ask me to trust you just like that. And yet the CID trusts you, if ever so slightly. I'd quite like to find out what about you is worthy of that trust, assuming there is anything at all. Can we go in then? Yes, but if you so much as twitch in a suspicious way, I'll have cuffs on you before you even notice. Let us know if you find anything. Thank you so much, Inspector. Okay, excuse us then. Oh, may as well. Oh, maybe there's a code in the carpet. It has this funky pattern to it. That's an idea. Would be cool if it's true. One issue is we don't really have any way of knowing unless we get a clue about it. This container is damaged, but it doesn't look like it's a clue. I was wondering if maybe all these scrapes meant something. I get the thought process, but they just look like normal wear and tear to me. Let's keep checking around. It's a flyer for that taco stand. Come to think of it, we met Giacomo right in front of that taco stand. You mentioned he was a regular there, usually on Wednesdays. Tacos, I could go for a taco right now. Wonder what I should get. There are menus on the back of the flyer, yeah? Barry tugged on the taco stand flyer. I can't get it off, it's stuck to the wall and all I can lift is this corner. Oh, wait, hold on. Look, there's something written in the corner here. Is this a code of some sort? You're right. Good one there, Farida. Ferida. Let me take a look. Number art. I'm not going to read all that. Is written on tiny letters on the back of the flyer. I have no idea what this means. Yep, no clue either. This one's not going to be an easy one to decipher. We're going to need a key to decipher the code in the first place. Man, a taco flyer is a whack place to put a code on. Dude must have been real hardcore about his tacos to come up with something like this. He did go every week. Haha, yeah. Isn't it nice to see you three having so much fun in our crime scene? Well, did you find anything? I'll remind you that tampering with evidence is a crime punishable by the law. But you might just look nice behind bars and in a prison suit. Hey, cool it there. We're just about to show you. Take a look for yourself. Giacomo left some sort of code on here. I do see something's written, but are you sure it's a code? Sure? No, not until I decode it anyway. Alright, guess you're not just talk then. Hate to say it, but you did help in our investigation. Nice. If I get to earn a favor from the cops, that's a win in my book. I found what I was looking for, so we'll be leaving now. Hold up, don't think you can play me for a fool here. I've got an idea as to what you're after. Let me ask you this, what will you do with it once you find it? Got no idea what you're talking about, Inspector. Don't play coy with me. We're all well aware Giacomo had a thing for collecting information for blackmailing purposes. We've so far been unable to locate said information. It wasn't with any of his possessions. It's a safe assumption on our part that he might have had such info hidden somewhere in the city. That code might very well lead us to at least part of that information once solved. I know what you're on about, so let's not play any games here, Spriggan. Sorry, but I can't go tattling on a client. I got a job to do here, and my own rules to stick by as a Spriggan. I have to put my client's wishes first and foremost. Whether it's in the best interest of the police or not, that's really not any of my business. Alright, but I'll be keeping an eye on you, making sure you don't use Giacomo's secrets for anything problematic. You do, and I'll be more than happy to be the one to throw you behind bars. I think that's as much justification as I need. Regardless, thank you for your assistance, Arkwright Solutions. I'll pray to the goddess that you continue being this cooperative with the police in the future. Yeah. Sorry for bothering you, and thanks. Thank you for your assistance too, Inspector. Okay. Still not sure this code's gonna take us to whatever the blackmail book is, but we gotta keep at it. Nothing else really caught my eye in this hideout. I don't think we're gonna find anything else even if we keep looking. Worst comes to worst, we can still check his other hideout. It'd be real swell if we could figure things out here. We need a key to solve this, don't we? I didn't see any more hints. I don't know what to do. Maybe we're missing something, like in his hideout or something? There was his sofa, liquor bottle, several containers, and there's the taco stand flyer where Fairy found the code. Taco stand flyer. Might be a lead worth looking into. It was real fun at that taco joint. Hell, the code itself was on the flyer. I don't think it's just a coincidence. That's not the kind of guy Giacomo was. He was very cautious. Then let's go to the taco stand. Back to Riverside, Riverside. Back to Riverside's, Riverside. Well, there you have it. Oh no, that's gonna be the other client. We don't want to pick up his job just yet. So this is a taco stand from the flyer, right? Yeah, let's see if it's got a clue for this code. Wow, they all look really tasty. I can't decide what to buy. Haha, hey there, girlie. Menu's right here. Feel free to pick whatever catches your eye. Well, whatever. Might as well make an order while we're here. Wait, no freaking way. Oh, you're right. That's what it means. Did you figure something out? I think the menu itself might be our key. You'll find the answer if you use the portion after the no. On the menu, I don't get it. Why not give it a try? Good as chance as any. It's really straightforward if you figure out the trick. Oh, I see. Okay, then. I don't like that I'm the only one who hasn't figured it out anyway. I'll give it a shot. The menu is the key to deciphering the code, then. What came after the no was R4G6, yeah. There's 9 items on the menu. Okay, I'm not reading all those. What's the solution? I like that they let you do this. So what's the code then? So, the R is for the red hot chili taco. Green onion taco, veggie salad. RG, beef and garlic taco. Oh, so it goes in order. Okay. B7, F7. Fiery fish taco. Zesty lemon chicken taco. Pulled pork taco and the shrimp bean taco. What's the solution? I don't get it. I'm with Fairy here. I don't get it. Oh, it's whatever's not on there. So which one was not... Which one is... So it's not... Okay, so it's, the veggie salad taco? Zesty, red, green, fiery, pulled, beef, shrimp? No. I really don't get it. I really want to get this right on the first go. I don't know. Oh! Is it the letter in each one? So R4, H, G6. It's Horizon. It's gotta be right. Alright, so from the first one, it's the H in hot. The second one is G6, so that would be O. So that's H-O. In the veggie salad taco, it would be 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, that's not right. Or is it only the ones in those specific... Okay, so R... So we don't do veggie salad tacos. So the B7 would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7... Or... I guess you don't count the and. So 4, 5, 6, 7. So the R is in garlic. Then the I should be in the fiery. So then it's F7. So it's 5. Yeah, the I in fish. So it's Harai. Okay, yeah, it's definitely Horizon. I got it. It's Horizon. You start at the first letter and go down each item a number of letters to equal the number and take that letter. You got it. Good job nailing on the first try. Well done, Fairy. That was easy. But Horizon, huh? Next step is figuring out what that means. The obvious answer would be the horizon, but that may be taking things too literally. You can always just ask. Hey, mind if I ask a quick question? What's the first thing that comes to mind if I say the word horizon? Horizon? Oh, I know. Really? What is it? No big deal, really. But the first thing that popped in my head was the apartment building across the river. It's called the Horizon Heim. The landlord stops by every now and then for some tacos. Hard to forget when they're always complaining about all the vacancies in the building. Got it. Thanks for the hint. Giacomo might have heard the landlord complaining about all the vacancies. If he did, it makes sense he'd take advantage of the empty space to hide stuff. Good idea. Wait, there's still some other stops that Giacomo could have used as hiding spots we haven't checked yet? Might be more efficient to check those spots first. Yeah, let's go to the underground place in Station Street you mentioned. What about buying tacos? We wasted that guy's time. This food stand should offer mini tacos too. I bet those would be a hit. Who thinks about tacos when you're looking for food on the go? No one. Everyone wants ice cream and crepes. Crepes. You can't just ask everyone to enjoy them the same way if you don't think outside the box. They need more options. But he just won't listen to me. Alright. Alright, I think we're going to end things off here. So next time we will go check Giacomo's other hideout. And then, of course, we will handle the other requests that we have to do and see where it leads us. So that's going to be it, guys. Hope you all enjoyed. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new to the channel. I'll see you all next time. Have a wonderful day, everyone.